What up, guys? Got an instant book review for The Black Swan, The Impact of the Highly Improbable by Nassim Taleb. This book's really cool. I heard about it from Chris Voss because he references it in Never Split the Difference. A black swan event is an unpredictable event that has huge consequences. So the whole idea of this book is that we blind ourselves from seeing these crazy, unpredictable events like happening because we are constantly and inaccurately forecasting the future to pretty much be the average of what's happened in the past. But anytime a crazy like one-off event happens, we push it to the side and discount it as being unpredictable. So we never see them coming again. But his whole thing is that they're going to keep happening, and you can't necessarily predict exactly what is going to happen or when it's going to happen. But there are ways that if you're at least aware that they're going to happen, that you can insure yourself so that they don't have gigantic negative consequences on you. So it's really interesting. It talks about a million different ways that we blind ourselves. So like he gives an example of like being a turkey. Like the animal, a turkey, gets fed every single day for months on end, thinks life is great because every single day it wakes up and it gets fed until about the third week in November. All of a sudden, it wakes up one day and life's not so great. So he says, don't be a turkey. But he talks about like confirmation bias, how we are looking to reinforce our current beliefs with supporting beliefs, even if they're not totally accurate, and that will blind us. He talks about the narrative fallacy, which is the idea that we have a preference for explaining what's happening around us in the world with stories. So even if something is not totally accurate, we will latch onto it if it's like explaining something in story form, because we would rather have that to explain what's happening than either not be able to explain it or just accept that it might not be explainable. He talks about something that he calls the ludic fallacy, which is really interesting. It's the idea that we think that we can use principles from like casino games to explain the uncertainties in real life. So like we think that just because there's uncertainty in roulette, it could be red, it could be black, it could be first third, middle third. Like we think that we can use that line of thinking on how we play roulette to apply in real life. But in roulette, even though there's uncertainties, there's a very fixed, defined set of outcomes. In real life, there's no fixed, defined set of anything. Anything can happen. So the example he gives is flipping a coin. He says, you're asked to assume that a coin is fair. There's heads and there's tails. And then you flip the coin, and 99 times in a row, it's tails. What are the odds it's going to be heads on the next flip? So he says that too often we try to say, well, there's heads and there's tails, and the coin is fair, so it's still a 50% chance that it's going to be heads. When in reality, we need to say, hold on a sec. There's no way this coin is fair. It's been tails 99 times in a row. I need to adjust my thinking, and that's what we're not doing enough. So this book is really interesting. You should totally check it out if you are up for a challenge. It was easily the hardest book I ever read in my life. He uses a lot of big words. I was constantly looking them up. It definitely expanded my vocab, and it's just a really slow read. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's thick, it's wordy, and it's a slow read, but there's no doubt in my mind that it's expanded the way that I will think about and observe the world moving forward, so I'm really happy I read it. And if that tickles your fancy, you should totally check it out. If you guys have read it, I would love to hear what you think. Please hit me in the comments. Otherwise, please bang, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.